Hi, this is Jake from Lift Centro. So what is A-B testing? We're going to break down what A-B testing is in very concise terms, and then we're going to end this short video with some examples of the kinds of things that we typically test in the online world. Let's dive in. A-B testing is a measurement tactic to compare the effectiveness of multiple treatments or user experiences using the default experience as the baseline, or sometimes referred to as the control. While the concept was invented well before the internet took off in the 1990s, it is most commonly used today as an online marketing tactic to help organizations have a clear understanding of what user experiences work best. Experiences could be any number of things, but for examples, they could be different images, different headlines, different copy. They can also be more complex things like user flows, how you guide people from one part of a website to another part, or functionality. As a simple example, instead of all visitors getting the same image at the top of your company homepage, two different images are delivered. One image variation is considered the control, or A, and the other is the treatment, sometimes referred to as the challenger, or B. As each visitor visits the page, they are randomly assigned the A or B experience. Meanwhile, tracking is in place to gauge which experience performs best against one or more metrics. The metrics being tracked will vary depending on the specifics of the test and the website. For example, on an e-commerce website, orders is often the primary metric, whereas for a website that is focused on generating leads, form submissions are often the primary metric, or KPI. As experiments run over the course of some days or usually some weeks, the tracked data accumulates. As it accumulates, data analysis is done to determine a recommended way forward. This is the general concept of A/B testing. Now, to cover the typical things that we would test in the online world, you first want to focus on the goal that you're trying to accomplish, the goal of the page or pages that you're testing. Then, from there, you can formulate what you want to test accordingly. Some examples: headlines, body copy. These involve text. It's very easy to change and very easy to test. These are elements that should be tested regularly. Call to actions. These are the buttons or the links that people click to move forward in your important processes on the website. In that sense, they're really the keys to your conversion paths, and therefore should be tested regularly. For call to actions, you can test placement, size, color contrast. That's how the buttons or the links sit on the background color and how well they contrast with that color. You can test images, page or user flow, offer messaging. That is, how do you message the same offer? Two different ways to message the same exact offer. You can also test different offers in the same location of a page. By holding the location constant, you can really understand the effectiveness of the offer itself. You can test visual enhancements, or the number of offers, the content amount on the page, reducing some components to reduce cognitive load, or inserting a component in certain cases. You can test the amount of copy, form designs, the number of elements in a form. You can test functionality, design concepts, or even overall page design. Now, typically, the more drastic of a change you have, the faster the test can conclude and the stronger lifts you'll have. Those could be negative lifts or positive lifts. But typically, if the changes are very minimal, chances are you're going to have statistical ties more often. In general, it's good to include both pervasive changes as well as more modest changes over the course of a testing program. To dig deeper on A/B testing and see how it can be applied to your website, connect with us through our website, liftcentro.com.